everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's the Ustawi segment, which I really love. We're airing it on the 15th of June, and I'm so grateful and so feeling really excited even about my guest today. I've known her for a long time. I love what she's doing, and I was even saying I want to hear what she's doing. But Ustawi is where we discuss all things purpose, leadership, governance, justice, and I'm so grateful that purpose is something that she's really into. So, karibu sana Frida.
Asante sana, Pastor Angie.
I'm so grateful to see you. It's been quite a while, but I'm so happy to see you and so excited about everything you do. Please look at that camera, introduce yourself to my guests, and then we're going to have a conversation.
It's a great honor to be here. My name is Frida Owinga, and I run a company called Passion Profit, where I help people turn their passion into profit.
And that's so exciting for me. Turn their passion into profit.
Yes.
I've always felt like when I would teach like PLF and purpose and leadership, I always thought that there are courses that should come after, because once you understand that, I think passion profit is a really good was a good flow. So I think there were others as well, but I really loved that because it's now when you understand your purpose, now you turn it into a passion and profit. So I was reading through like your profile and stuff like that, and I was seeing that a lot of people used to send you CVs. So maybe you can tell me, how did passion profit start? How's it going, and where are we going next?
Okay. We are evolving.
Amen. Evolving is a good word. Evolving is such, I love the word evolving.
Evolving, and the reason why I use that word, Pastor Angie, is because when I was starting, I had this notion that it's going to be linear. But as years have gone by, I did not set out to start Passion Profit. Let's start there.
Yeah. You didn't set out to
I
start
did not
it.
set out to start Passion Profit. I had just relocated from the US.
We are back to Kenya.
I'm back in Kenya, having lived there for 10 years. And I'm back in Kenya, and I'm asking myself, what can I give back to my country? I loved living abroad. I love living abroad.
I love living
abroad. Yes, I still love abroad. I go when I can. And the reason is I felt things are working so well here, but there's another place where the things I'm experiencing here
don't work.
And the little I know, I can share with them.
That's so good.
And I just felt that would make me feel more validated, more fulfilled, than being in a place where there's an overflow of what I already know.
Of everything that's working well.
Exactly.
That's a really good way to think about it.
So, fast track, I come back home, and I set up an office at Luther Plaza, and people are coming to me. I don't even know how they knew that I had set up shops there, because I don't know these people. But there's not a day that would pass that at least 5 to 7 people would walk in, and they'd say, I'm looking for a job. I say, what kind of job? They'll say anything. No, before they'll say anything, I say, what do you mean anything? Then they'll give me a brown envelope. Then I say, why are you giving me the envelope? They'll tell me I have papers. Then I'll remove the papers. I'll see degree upon degree. So I said, how can you have all these credentials and you want to do anything? Then they say, I just need any job. I haven't had a job. Bills are piling. I just need a job. And then there was a second group. They had jobs, but they were not happy with their jobs. Yeah, they were not happy with their jobs. I remember clearly there's a lady who came. She had a good job in procurement, but she wanted to be an HR.
Really?
So I was like, why are you stuck in it?
Yeah, and even how did you get into procurement? But probably it's the anything, like any role will do.
That anything story. So she's in procurement. She can't do HR because she needs papers.
For HR.
So I'm saying that, so what is stopping you from getting the papers? This company will not pay for me. So I'm like, but it is not the company's
responsibility. Oh my goodness, I can only hear us there.
But anyway,
you're the one who wants to do HR, so you need to make a plan for it.
The company needs a procurement person. You need HR. You have a salary. Why are you not willing to invest in it? So that's when I started asking God, why exactly did I come back? Because me too, I need work. There's so many people looking for work. So what is going on here? And I remember very clearly one Sunday I was sitting at home having this conversation, and the Spirit led me to go to the book of Matthew, the parable of the talents. And when I read the parable of the talents, it's something I know, I've read it before, but it was so clear that everybody had something. They worked on this something, and they were able to get double of it.
Wow, double.
Yes.
Every one of them. Yes. Oh my goodness.
And it wasn't like the person who gave them the talents said, you go and do this, you go and do this.
No instructions
they
were
given the talents, And then the master came back, and the ones who worked on it had doubled. So the Lord showed me that everybody has potential for double.
Everybody has something and potential.
Everybody has something, and everybody has potential for double. So if I was one of those really spirit Christians, my company would have been called Talent Profit. But I felt so I went as I started praying and thinking of another word, but I knew profit was the word.
There.
Profit was there because you put in something and you get back what you put and more. And the master even said, you have been good in this, you have been faithful, you deserve more.
Wow.
So, and that is the first story of evolution.
That is
so
amazing.
It's not static. Our conditions, our situations are not static. There's always room for better. Because the Bible also says that the path of the just is like a shining light.
And it
shines
becomes brighter and brighter every day.
So that's where I saw that you have 2, you can get 4. You have 5, you can get 10.
Amazing.
And when you have 10, there's still room for more.
Yes.
Because the master said, come on in. So that's where the Passion Profit story started. And it has been evolution since.
So how did you get, first of all, you'll tell me how you got to Passion, but I'm also thinking of something else. You see, when they doubled them, like they were then given cities. So I always find that they were given more responsibilities.
Yes.
So as you demonstrate capability, according to the story,
yes,
in producing
yes,
double and more
yes,
from what you have been given,
yes,
then the next thing was you're given cities.
Exactly.
And the other one we don't like is the one who did nothing.
Yes.
Even what they had was taken away
from
and
them,
added to these ones who are doing something.
And so those are my friends that I want to talk about.
Those are your friends.
Those are my friends.
Are your friends.
They are my friends. They are the ones who pay my bills.
Those are people who pay your bills.
Yes.
Very good. I'm glad you found a solution for them, because people don't like that part of the story. You know, when you read the Bible, sometimes you like this part, then this part is not so great. Like even when it comes to wicked, I'm like, let's not read about the wicked. So this person who didn't multiply his gift, even his gift was taken and given to the ones who multiplied. It's God's word.
It's God's word.
These are your
and
customers.
See, these my customers is because we have been conditioned to go to school and work hard and get a job.
There was even a song. You were not in that era. Which era are you in? There was a song. Somebody vijana.
Yes.
Mwisho mpate kazi mzuri sana. Now there's no kazi. You're telling me those people are bringing degrees, multiple degrees, not even one, and they don't have a job.
None.
So that song is out. That era, gone.
Evolution.
Another
evolution.
I think we are the right one. Another evolution.
But as we are stuck pale.
Yes, sometimes you have to be stuck until something comes and pushes you out of that stuckness, because that's what you know.
And that stuckness is this guy with the one talent. So still going to school to get a degree and coming out with the papers and no job. 800 or more of them every year.
There's so
stuck
many.
there.
Is it 800 or 800,000?
800,000.
Yeah.
800,000 every year.
There.
And it pains me every time I hear that statistic. Because on hindsight, I realized Passion Profit was started to help people create decent, sustainable work.
Yes.
And this decent, sustainable work, going to school is great, but go to school and get information, get knowledge to convert problems to convert problems into solutions, or to be the solutions for the problems that exist. You see, so this guy who has his one talent buried, he's the so many vijana. He's lucky he got a job. Now he or she is holding this job, hoping that they will not, they won't be fired.
Yeah.
And how many times are they fired? See, that is when you hear that, you have done nothing with it, so you'll be thrown out into the fire. Every time people are fired, they feel bad, they get offended, they cry, and that's all good. But that is a wake-up call. You have one and you have stuck it in one place.
Be a wake-up call.
It is a wake-up call, yeah. It should be a wake-up call.
You can't focus. It's like that thing of putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
You can't put them all in one basket.
Why should you? Well, the one who had 2, the one who had 3 or 5, depending on the version that you read, was able to multiply it. So why are you just stuck up in working for one person, 8 to 5, every day, and you have 24 hours in a day, and you have more skills than that? And more skills than that is not just your paper. Because now the shift that is occurring, Pastor Angie, if you look at the world, there's a shift. Corona shifted us from I to we. And what do I mean by
I
that?
love that because I've been talking about the we. It moved us from I to we.
It's moved us from
And
I
had
to
weight.
we.
You had
Do you remember
revelation.
before Corona, everybody wanted to own the whole piece of the pie.
Yes.
But post-Corona, during Corona, you saw how people started collaborating.
Yes.
People started
Oh, that's
collaborating.
another word.
People would collaborate with people abroad because now they could get online and do different things together. And once you collaborate with somebody else, you expand.
Amen.
So the fire shift is moving from I to we. I asked my clients, do you want to own 100% of a kiosk or 20% of Carrefour?
Haya.
All right, because we have that's so many vijana now utapata kazi mzuri sana. When you've got the kazi mzuri sana, when you want a side hustle, you want to own everything.
Of
You
the
don't
side
want partners.
hustle.
Yes.
You don't want partners. You don't collaboration. Partnerships, no.
No.
It's all about me.
Which brings us
Oh
to the
my
next
goodness.
shift, because the next shift is skills. Our skills are not in the papers.
That's true.
The papers is just technical skills.
Yes.
We need soft skills. We
Yes.
need other skills like negotiating, collaborating, networking. I'm sitting here today because there's something you have that I don't have. There's something I have that you don't have. So that we are coming together, we are stronger for your audience.
Yes.
So this is a skill shift, and it's a skill shift knowing in Pastor Angie's space is purpose, is leadership, is social justice. All right. In Frida's space is passion, profit. But what is passion? Passion is helping that person who cannot feed themselves figure out what is under your skin so that you can solve problems, because we are paid according to the problems
that we solve. Yes.
And you see, when people are in that one job and they are crying, I've been in this job over 20 years, now they're bringing the younger ones, and these younger ones are earning more than me. Why? There's a skill shift.
Yeah.
And me here 20 years, I've not upgraded. I'm still with the same old software. I cannot be upgraded financially. What have I done? I have buried my one skill. I've buried my one talent.
Wow.
Okay, so we need to understand there's a shift from I to we.
That's
There's a
perfect.
skill shift. What are the skills that are needed beyond me being a speaker, beyond me understanding what is under your skin, so that you can package and promote it? I work with other people. I work with people that, just like we are sitting here,
Yeah, this is a collaboration here.
this
right
is
now.
a collaboration. But the many other people there that others cannot see. It's not Pastor Angie still holding the camera,
No.
holding the microphone.
All these people are here.
This is a collaboration.
I wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Exactly. So realizing that, how can we work with others to make the whole better for many more people is very critical. There are skills that are required for that. What is the one thing that you know and you must do? Create the space, create the content. Somebody else will have something else. So understanding what is under your skin and what is under the skin of others, so that you come together and create something bigger and do and have more impact for people is critical in this passion profit story. So the profit is not all in my pocket. The profit is, how can we generate revenue that can support
Impact
us?
all
But the
of us.
key thing is impact. What are the problems we are solving? Like I said, when I started, I came and knew I was going to do leadership training.
That's what
Because
you were
my
going to
background, yes, my background is organizational leadership and management.
Oh,
and when I
good.
came to Kenya, I was told that leadership is what we need. But
It is true.
it's true. I created my profiles. I gave some of my friends, please ambassador for me, you sit on the board. And I remember very clearly one of my friends who sits in very many corporate boards. I visited her and I found my profile sitting very nicely on her coffee table. I had two choices: to get offended and strike her out of my book, or to learn a lesson that is not what is needed and go back to the drawing board. And that's how I went back to the drawing board to discover these people coming to me. What exactly do they need? And the Lord said they have something that they can mine and turn and solve people's problems, and they're going to be paid based on how they solve those problems.
Yes.
All right. So that's how Passion Profit started. Where are we today? We have supported. I've worked with organizations that want to develop SMEs.
Okay.
And the organizations that want to develop SMEs, because many times SMEs, we start business because we don't have another way.
Yes, there's no other choice.
Yeah. And business is hard.
Yeah, even MSMEs, they were saying like even the micro SMEs, I was reading, I think, the Kenya Kwanza document. So the micro SMEs, even the number they've given is like it may be bigger than that, but it's even that person who wakes up every morning who just wants to make 200 or 300 shillings that day. That's it.
They say, I think they say 17 million. At the same time, they say it's 98% of us that create the jobs. But this 98% that create the jobs have so many challenges.
They do.
From the environment that we are working in, from the fact that you can't access capital. And the access to capital is critical because I lived abroad and I've lived at home.
Okay.
Like in America, when you start a small business, you can go to the Small Business Authority. A Small Business Authority is part of the government. You get the skills that you need, and once you're helped how to package and promote, and then you get a loan.
To be able to go and
to
start.
be able and start.
So you need the capital to go and start.
Because there's a thing that people say, I started my business without any money. And glory to God for those people. But the truth is you will need money to run
start
the
business.
Yes. Because how will you airtime utatoa wapi? Hata kama it is just
Even
the
travel
airtime.
time.
Travel
Transport,
where you are,
Wi-Fi,
even if you're working from home, is that place not rented?
electricity,
All right? What
Wi-Fi,
you eat.
water.
Yeah. So we need to stop glorifying entrepreneurship, making it look posh. Whether you are employed, self-employed, you are good because you are solving somebody's problem. All right. However, being self-employed is not better than being employed.
None. Okay.
It's because sometimes people make it look like you need to quit that job or you need to, I'm my own boss. Being your own boss is a lot of work. All right.
It is.
So it's all right the key thing, what we foster at Passion Profit is helping you understand what are your skills, what's the knowledge you have, what's your experience and your expertise, and how many people can you serve. Because you see, there are some skills that you don't have to work one job. And if you're working one job, the rest of your time, how can you use that time to serve others without stealing from this one person? Which is because the people who do side hustle tend to steal from their employer. The 8 to 5 you committed to your employer, commit that. Your lunchtime, your evenings, your weekends, what do? You can package your side hustle around that, because now we are doing gigs, and you can do one gig for multiple companies.
That's so true.
Based on what is your end goal, all right? What is your end goal, and how can you structure your time? How can you structure your support team? How can you structure your success team? And again, your support team is those people that you collaborate with who are good at what you need, and you don't need them 30 days a month. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you just need them once a month, twice a month, but you're coming together, doing something greater and sharing the revenue. That is, again, is the shift from I to we. How can we work together, do more, and impact more together, instead of trying to do everything myself? I'm the event planner. I come in, I do the deco, I have the chairs, I have the what. If you have capacity, good. But the other, you can share that capacity and we impact more people and create more jobs.
Yeah, I'll never forget even a person who has furniture for events, and I don't know what I was trying to say, and asked them whether they want to do this or go here. They were like, no. I like it very clear. So they're very clear, like, no, we're not going to we're not trying to do, we're trying to stick to our core value.
That's it.
And our core business. So our core business is furniture. That's it. So we're not going to try and delve into other things here. Or I think I was trying to get them to be connected somewhere as a supplier or something. And then they said, no, we're good.
And
because there's
critical.
A system.
Yes.
There's somebody who gets all the business and they call us. So we don't want to antagonize them. We're not going to get into their territory. This is their territory.
One needful thing, yes.
And all we do is supply the furniture, they get us the deal. So I like that kind of thinking, because that's what you're saying. There's a kind of thinking. Who can I partner with? Who can we do more with? What kind of skills do I have? What kind of skills do I need? How can we partner? How can I create more revenue, you know? And one of the things I think, especially because you came from the US, and I see how people US in the time is, they don't have time. Nobody has time. But one of the things we have here is a lot of time. We say we don't have time, but we have a lot of time.
We have time.
We even have weekends.
24 hours. Yes.
There are people who, I'm telling you, they don't know that it's Saturday, don't know that it's Sunday.
Because we end work at 5.
What?
In the US, they work 24 hours.
Some have 2-3 jobs.
Yeah.
People have 2-3 jobs.
And here we want to work 8 to 5. We even want to steal the 5 and leave at 4 o'clock for
and then
flimsy reasons.
How you see now? And then now you want to now go and say you don't have time. You're tired. The whole weekend
You're tired.
You drag yourself silly on Friday night. Saturday night you have to depanga with your hangover. How you're going to deal with yourself? You're not productive at all. It's too much. They have this productivity.
Yes.
Yeah? And then also we can't stay up at night. There are people who are night people. You're staying up at night to watch movies. How are you watching somebody else's life?
Can you imagine?
Create your life. Where's your life?
Because you
Create
have one
your
job.
Life. Fix something. Be thinking at night. What strategies can I apply?
Exactly.
What can I do and work at that time? So I think every time I go to the US and see Kenyans in the diaspora, how hard they work.
They work.
They really work hard. They work hard. And I'm always thinking, hey, these guys are surviving. They don't sleep. So I don't even know. They work hard. They work 3 jobs. They don't sleep. They don't do what. And they're okay. They are fine. Then you guys are disturbing them. You're telling me, sending me M-Pesa.
They want M-Pesa.
Yeah? They want M-Pesa here. You don't understand. Those people work really hard. So I think it's time also for us to buckle down and say, what can I do with my time? Even if I take 4 hours, start with 4 hours.
Exactly.
I'm going to take 4 hours out of my day or 4 hours out of my weekend. And I'm going to think of something that I'm going to do.
Because, and you see, it's all the conditioning from there. It's
the conditioning.
Sana. So you
And
have a
even home.
Kazimzuri Sana, and the Kazimzuri Sana can afford you some loans here and there, can afford you hanging out and doing stuff.
And the phone loans as well.
Yeah. But there's something we call beyond 8 to 5 that helps you to think through. Yes, you have a good job. All right. But how are you investing the money from this job? Because that job is a seed.
Yes,
all right. And
yes,
it's a seed that can be multiplied. Because
Multiplied.
those people who had the 5 talents and the 3 talents, they also had Kazimzuri Sana, but they multiplied. And the fact that they multiplied and the master said that you have been good and faithful, you'll be given more cities, is a clear sign that it's okay to have more. It is really just up to us and our appetite for accommodating more. And our appetite for accommodating more is also linked with our capacity and our willingness and our mindset, all right, of getting more. Getting more why? When I work with more people, there are more people working.
Yeah.
And there are more people earning.
Yep.
So there are less people begging.
That's true.
Isn't that a better world?
Aren't you solving
for
a
everybody?
problem? You are. And now my head is racing about this whole diaspora thing as well. Because I'm telling you, if those people work so hard, and they work hard because maybe there are many reasons. I may not be able to explain all of them, but I think one of the reasons they work is that they live also in a tough economy. So they live in a tough economy. I think the world is getting more expensive to live in. So in order to live, you have to do more. So you can't do one job and so you'll not survive. You need 2-3 jobs in order to get all the moving parts of your life working.
To be honest.
And then even send money here, because people here just think you're Maju. What's up with you? You're balling. Send the money quickly. We need the money. We need it here.
One of the things I like when you talk about the diaspora, there are a couple of people in diaspora that we are working with now, and they're working 3-4 jobs. I want to be careful how I say this.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't want anybody to stone us.
Don't worry. They'll write it's okay. We are good. We have thick skin. We're all right.
I don't think that is God's plan for us.
True.
However, it is more honorable than sitting doing
I was going to
nothing.
say it's more honorable.
Yes.
And you see, you should respect those people because
And
the
they're
things that they're doing
respected, yes.
to achieve what they want.
Yes.
And I like it because they've said, they've made a decision. This is what we want to achieve. Yeah. First, maybe the first achievement was I wanted to go Maju. So I got there.
Good.
Then I got there. Then I realized, hey, Hapa, it's not just like this. Then they find their way. Then they do their things. Then they do their 5 jobs. Then they start educating themselves. I love Kenyans. Kenyans make me happy. Then they realize, hey, this nursing profession is where the money is. But everybody, nursing school. I don't mind. Let's go. And we are compassionate. We have a compassion as Kenyans. We're very compassionate.
Yes.
So we are caring. I hear they really love them as nurses because they'll do better. You see, it's also like a marathon. I know how we got there. The marathon runners, I always want to make an announcement to the people running the marathon when Kenyans are running, because you're not going to beat this Kenyan. You see, it's a hobby. That finishing line is a hobby and an award. Hey!
And that guy has been
this Kenyan, he just starts seeing images of houses he has to build. Siju, he hasn't built his mother house. Siju, the cousin is getting married. You wonder why the cousin getting married is your responsibility. We cannot explain. The problems he sees. Nothing
motivates you. Nothing can
it's like
stop
a
you.
thrust. That finishing line, he's the guy crossing. Because you see, at the end of the finishing line, there's a prize
Absolutely.
in millions of shillings.
Yes.
Let me tell you. It's better his legs go for he will begin to do
You're so
supernatural
funny.
things, but he's crossing that line. That's all
You
we
see?
know. So you can never copy. So I was want to tell this book. Let me just give you a bit of a snippet. It doesn't matter, and they get frustrated. They come and start building even what are they called, centers
Centers.
here. They say these guys run at high altitude, so they come. They try now. They've got beautiful centers at the high altitude. They are helping us train. They are still not winning because you don't have that motivation. Is it
you have
hunger?
to-
You don't. Hunger is not a motivation. The problems that are
The problems
at
are the
home,
motivation.
Hey,
And
you
that-
can't be
I like that.
motivated.
The
So that's the
problems
same
at
thing. I
home.
think. Yes.
No.
The problems at home that are
That
all
is-
waiting for you.
And that's where some of the diasporans we are working with are turning the tide.
Okay.
Especially
I like that.
looking at home and seeing. Working with relatives at home can be challenging.
It can
and
be
not
challenging.
just not just
Don't get me started. Let's just
Okay,
follow that
okay,
story. Very
let's
challenging.
skip that one.
Let's skip that
let's
story.
skip that
That's another
story.
whole program we need
But
to do.
working with the relatives in any space can be challenging if you
Okay.
don't structure it.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Put
then
structure,
as we
systems,
move-
processes.
As we move, all right? So remember, Jesus was a carpenter in his father's whatever. But let's leave
Yes.
that alone.
Okay.
So here we are. You're in the diaspora and you have responsibility back home.
Okay.
There's an opportunity to create something at home for you.
That will also bring
And
you an
get
income.
yes, and have instead of the M-Pesa that you'll send me and I'll eat and do Netflix.
This M-Pesa.
Now-
Don't worry. now you see, you're getting me a story. Shows these days they are holding the M-Pesa like this. They know everything. You can't even cheat them about the M-Pesa. Frida.
now-
So,
So like especially those, not all sectors, but the sectors, the people who are in health, the opportunity exists because I don't know about you, but a month doesn't pass when a friend or two will call and say they're traveling home. Why are they traveling? They have a job in Nairobi. They're traveling home because their parents are sick at
Yes,
home
yes.
and there's nobody to sit with their parents at
Yes,
home. So
yes.
they have to stop working to go at
And
home.
look at them.
So what if you had
Aha.
there you go. I don't
got it.
You got it. That's it.
The healthcare solutions that are out there,
So I
we
know
bring
a
them
couple of
here.
people, yeah, because we don't have them. And you see,
perfect.
our people are aging. Our people are
Oh,
aging. They
amazing.
don't have insurance.
Amazing.
There are homes that are empty. And there are people that are looking for work. I know two people that are training others, are training caregivers, have set up homes
Wow.
for the older people.
Amen.
So you can have a caregiver come instead of you going to Ishago, the
Yes.
caregiver can go, or your elderly person can come here.
come to the
So
caregiving
I
place.
think the people in
like that.
diaspora, there's an opportunity because I don't believe that I want to be. It's good to have the 3 jobs, the 4 jobs, and do
I'm
what
hearing you,
want.
but also maybe be
However,
strategic now.
You can be
Yeah?
strategic, yes.
So that you don't have to do the 3 jobs forever.
You don't have to.
Because that's even what they do. That's why they go into educating themselves, getting new skills. Because the more skills you get, then the more higher you can be paid, and then you can do a job that you don't have to. You don't have to have 3 jobs. Yeah. They're aiming for. Let's
Yes.
go here where we get paid well, we'll work well. We can work even if it's all sorts of shifts. We'll do well there. But we'll excel, we get paid more. So that's strategic. So I'm hearing you.
Exactly.
So coming from this place of doing 3-4 jobs, being strategic, so maybe in a strategic application back home, so turning a passion into a profit back home,
Yes.
or turning solving a problem
Solving a
back
problem
here.
back home because it will still be yours.
Yeah.
And I think you nailed it by saying the keyword strategic.
Yeah.
So which are the sectors that you can invest in
Yeah.
and work with professionals to ensure, and it's a long game. So it's not.
It's a long game.
It's a long game.
I like
All
that.
right. Just like it's a long game for you to go to school.
Yes.
And get more education
and
so
get
that
to
you
Maju.
can get
Maju is a long
so
long process. Long
this also is
game.
a long game because
Yeah.
you won't be able to do the X number of jobs forever.
Yeah.
But what is there for you beyond the 8 to 5?
That is so true.
All right. And starting to think backwards, how can I make that happen? And the value of that is you will create jobs. You will create jobs for these
Yeah.
people that are waiting for the M-Pesa.
Yes.
And it's more fulfilling to work for yourself
Yes.
that even the people who ask for this money, I don't think
They like asking
they like
for
us.
it
It's
all
not
the time.
because we are not created to ask.
That's
All right.
true.
So it's a better way of channeling that energy, channeling that finances. So you have a long game and you have something that can make greater impact.
Yeah, and I think it's important in all the ways, because I know we need to wind it down. But I'm also thinking, even the people who have jobs, these days you can lose your job. People are having conversations about artificial intelligence and how it's going to take out jobs and all that. But what I've also had May here on Just Angie, and the whole idea is find a skill. Yeah. Whatever skills, there's still skills are going to be needed there.
Yes.
So you better be getting ready
Yes.
with those skills. That's what I'm also hearing you saying, So also the job can end. So you've got to figure yourself out. And I think also we are multidimensional, multifaceted, multi-skilled. So we've got to put those skills into action. And,
Absolutely.
And both the diaspora and I think the marketplace here, I'm always challenging people, like in the marketplace here also, to take the skills and the knowledge that they have and they can see and are working in and produce something out of it. The diaspora as well, they're living in the future. They're living in the future, or they're living in what we would consider a perfect world.
Yeah.
So what's happening in that perfect world? What's the future happening there? Bring it here. Because as we are not yet in that future, although Kenya, we are quite ahead in
We are ahead in many ways.
But there are many solutions that are happening in that world that you can bring back
that
home.
you can transfer here.
Yes.
That is absolutely true. And for me, the bottom line is thinking beyond 8 to 5.
Yes.
Because 8 to 5 is great. But beyond that, how do you spend your time?
Yeah.
What are the results that you want? How can you ensure that you're getting them without relying on this one 8 to 5?
Yes.
Who else can you work with? So it's a long game, like I keep saying, but you need to think that way, because a time will come you may be replaced, you may
Yeah.
be retrenched,
You
you
may
may
be-
need to retire.
You-
Whether you are employed or self-employed, that is the trajectory of life, and that's
Yeah.
why I said life is about evolution.
Yeah.
And the evolution, you don't know, you can't judge. After COVID, you don't know how it's going to be. But if you are prepared, understanding who you are and what is your long game in making sure that you are profiting always, whether it is on one job, whether it is on collaboration, so you have multiple streams, the better off you will be.
That is so true. And then I'm just feeling like sort of like making investments so that even if something happens, you can't work, there's no job, or something is unable, there are many things that are happening around you that will be able to sustain you.
Absolutely.
So it's still that thing of putting your eggs in one basket. You can't. And I think there's a scripture that says you have to cast your bread upon many waters.
Yes, you don't know which one will.
We don't know which one is gonna take off. So I
Yes.
think that's really fantastic for Passion
is the
Profit.
truth.
That
That
is
is the truth.
amazing. So they can find you. I think we're going to give you your contacts. They can find you.
Yes.
So how do you execute the program? Is it still people going through a program? Is it on a consultancy basis? Is it one-on-one? Is it, I don't know, how do people engage with you as we bring it to a close?
When we started, we had little groups, but now we find that people, especially executives who are getting ready, who want to take an early
retire.
retirement, or they're feeling they want to be a thought leader, so they come for personal coaching.
Okay.
Then there are those that we do group coaching. We call it coaching because it's not just
Coaching is
class.
good.
After class, you need support.
Yeah.
You need support with different kinds of how can I call it? With different kinds of expertise. So having a community makes it more reliable for you and more dependable.
Community is
Yes.
everything. Community collaboration. You said all the words that are making me happy, and then I was just thinking, just in case even me now, we better be careful what we're saying. But I'm even thinking, even the fund that people are getting loans from.
Yes.
I think it would be pertinent to have some training, some
So,
training
yeah,
and
you
equipping,
need
because
some
you
capacity
can
to know.
access finances.
Yes.
But what are you going to do with these finances?
If you don't know what you're going to do with it, like, there's a sector, I wouldn't name this, there's a sector that they have all the money they need, but they're the least financially literate in the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Frida, how can you open up that box?
Okay.
They're the least financially literate in the country, but they have access to this.
They have
finances.
access to-
So what we need is literacy, so that we just stay
Yes.
safe. What
And
we
I
need
think
is
it's literacy, but it's also mindset.
Yeah, but you see, when you're equipping with literacy,
Yes.
you're equipping with many things.
Yes.
When I went to school, to college, I used to wonder now, why are we doing law? Why are we doing what are these people? Like, mine was hospitality. Can we focus on the hospitality? But there were so many moving elements, which now I'm
You're
grateful
grateful for.
that I learned.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with we want to give you money. Even if you're going to empower them on financial literacy, it will come with other things. It will come with wisdom. It will come with how they need to do their things. It will come with
Yes.
savings. It's a bigger span. When you get people in a room
It
and you
is
can
a
train
bigger
them,
span.
it's a bigger span. You
Absolutely.
equip them so they get a bigger capacity than just the financial literacy. But I've been thinking this financial literacy thing needs, you need passion, profit, and others. You need to train and you need to empower them.
And the key thing that I found, Pastor Angie, is that people take money for various reasons. And one reason that is hurting people who take money is when I take money because I want to look like so-and-so or I want to keep up with so-and-so.
No way.
So then that, when you take the money, it needs to be money that is going to make some more money for you. But if you take it because of status, then you're in trouble. And that also is part of the training.
Yeah.
Right.
And
why
also
do you
just
need
because
more
there's
money?
access. Yeah. Why do you need more money?
Why do you need
Good
more money?
question.
Money is great,
That's-
but why
where's
do
my
you need
tambourine
more
when
money?
I need it? Yes. Why do you need more
Yeah.
money? Because you want to keep up. I even saw on a Harvard Business Review post, I think on Instagram, and it was an article that says, why can't we just be ordinary? Who told us we all have to be? I don't know who. What happened?
This famous John
Yeah,
says
but so what happened to just
it's unnecessary pressure.
do life? Do what
Have
you can
fun.
afford,
Yes.
have fun,
Yeah.
enjoy it. Because even now, even the ones with the money, they can't even enjoy the money because you're still on to the next thing. I remember the other day I saw Bishop T. Jakes interviewing Tyler Perry, and he's asking Tyler, do you still work like you had no money? Yes. You see now, you can. You're like, what is that? Because he still works like
The world is ending.
when he didn't have. Because the thing is, you want to say, I never want to go back there.
Yeah.
You see, that's the thing.
So that's what keeps you.
But so, and when are you going to enjoy this money? When
is
are you
that
going to
not
sit
fear?
down? Yes, but you see the things that drive us. I'm trying to tackle the things that drive us.
Yeah.
Like, just be happy. Yeah,
Be content.
be content. Enjoy, smell the coffee.
Be
Take time to
content.
smell the roses.
Yeah.
Take time to enjoy yourself. And then get things done. But all this, and I guess it's that rat race. This rat race of we're just running
you're
and
not a
running
rat.
and running on empty, and you're not going anywhere. It's too much. Like, relax. I think I feel like also to relax. Yeah, sort yourself out. See the future. Because also there's another lot of people who've like buried their head in the sand. All they know is this job. This job can katika today. And I don't know what's going to happen. So
But
you
you
haven't
just
even
need to build
prepared.
capacity.
Yeah, build capacity.
Yeah.
Build multiple streams of
Enjoy it.
income.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find out, think what you can do. Make better use of your time because that's important as well.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness! I
Live
have
for
so
the
many things to
moment.
say.
Enjoy life while you have it.
While you have it.
Enjoy life
Because-
while you have it. And enjoy life doesn't mean being frivolous.
No.
It's just understanding what does a good life mean to you.
Yeah.
And curating that and enjoying it
Yeah.
without comparing yourself to others.
To other people. That's it. And then there's the other lot, which one they will bring you back, which who don't want to borrow. Like me, let me tell you, I am risk averse, risk averse in some things. I
Okay.
take risks in some things. But things to do with money and borrowing money, and I don't need the money and I don't know what it's for, never ever.
Good for you.
No way. But then again, sometimes they say, you need to take some money, some loans because you need to develop,
It depends
But
what
for
you're
me,
doing.
I'm so like, I don't know, by the time I take money, which is good, I guess. I'm not in a rush
That is a
to go
good
out and
thing.
get money.
It's a good space that you're in. All right. If you don't need it, don't take
Don't
it.
take
All
it.
right. Because if you take it with a reason
And a plan.
and a plan. Absolutely. And like if you're risk averse. Now that I'm older, I find it's okay to have multiple options. All right. And different diverse options. All right. Because everybody's on a different path. All right. There's somebody who's on the path that says that I don't want to borrow. But now when you come and say that borrowing is wrong for everybody.
No, it's not wrong for
And
everyone.
yeah.
It's wrong for me.
Exactly.
Or I haven't found
so
the
I
need for
find
me.
that as human beings, we need
I
to
like that.
articulate what we want.
That's
and
aligned
then-
to us.
That is aligned to us, and then find ways to make it happen without putting people in a box that is the only way.
And saying this is the only way.
No.
I like that.
Only
my
Jesus
way.
is the only way.
No, only Jesus is the only way. Every other way we can explore.
That's
but I
right.
really like you. I love the conversation we've had because it's given me food for thought. It's made me think, and I hope it's done the same for you. We're definitely going to provide you with Frida's contacts and how you can get her and connect with Passion to Profit. But also, I've been saying in a while we'll probably also call you back again because I still feel like there's so many things we didn't get into that we need to get into and expand into. But I'm so
Happy to
grateful that
come
you
back.
took up our invitation to come and to
Thank you
share
for having
your
me.
wealth of knowledge with us. And it's good to see you looking amazing.
Thank you, Pastor
and well,
Angie.
you
You the
are.
same.
You look so amazing, Frida, and I'm so grateful.
I'm grateful
keep
for the
doing what you're doing.
opportunity, and thank you for your kind words.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.